Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're right here at IFA 2014 in Berlin. And look at this. This is Samsung's new Galaxy Note Edge, which is the first smartphone that's coming to market in a very special shape. So you have a beveled edge right there that has a curved Super AMOLED screen in here, so you can see that from the side that it is definitely bending over there on the right side. On the left it's just staying the way you're used to it, but on that side it's definitely a touchscreen on the right there. Same size as the normal Note 4, which is also coming at 5.7 inches, using Quad HD, 2560 by 1440 pixels on here, running a Super AMOLED panel with very nice viewing angles. As far as we could tell, the only place where it tends to look a bit weird is on the side where this bendy part is, but quality is still pretty awesome, super crisp imagery right there. And what you can do with this is basically you have different panels that you can choose from. So I can manage my panels right here, and I can choose between, for example, the writing stuff right here. Then I can set my quick access bar that I just showed you, so you can have access to the browser and other stuff. You can have the weather notification bar over there. You have Twitter. There's also Yahoo stuff, for example, news and quotes from the stock exchanges. There's your fitness stuff over there, sports, measurements, everything coming from Yahoo. You have a bunch of games, and you can also download additional panels because Samsung is going to open the SDK up for other developers to make their own panels right there and have them integrated into this device. So let's just go back here, and as you can see, I can actually switch between these. So I had the weather up there. This is a bunch of Twitter trending topics right here. That's the weather coming up right there. Now, there we have the quick access panel I was talking about, and that looks like just some advertising, I guess, right there. You can also switch between panels and have this quick bar right here. That looks like some quick toolbar, basically, so you can have features like a ruler integrated right here. So if you want to measure something, you just pull this up and put it on the table, and yeah, you can basically just see how long things are. You can also have a stopwatch right here or a countdown. There's also access to the flashlight, for example. And let's just head back here. You also have the voice recorder and voice search and everything else integrated in here. So that's pretty neat, and definitely looks very stunning in my opinion. That's definitely something new that Samsung is doing right here. So the Note Edge is actually positioned as the premium brother of the Note 4, which means they share pretty much the same specs. So we have 5.7-inch Super AMOLED panel in here. Again, what's also interesting is there is palm rejection down here, so I'm doing stuff on the screen right here, and I'm not accidentally starting stuff down here on the panel right there, so that's definitely a nice job from Samsung there. So let's get back to the device itself. 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution, Quad HD on here, and Super AMOLED panel with a very nice color reproduction. We've seen that before, same size as on the Note 4. Under the hood there is either a Snapdragon 805, so that's a 2.7 gigahertz Snapdragon chip coming there with LTE Category 6, which means you can have up to 300 megabits of transfer speeds right here. Or there's also the Snapdragon, no, not Snapdragon, but there's also a version coming out with the Samsung Exynos 5433, which is their new 64-bit octa-core SoC that's running at up to 1.9 gigahertz, and it has 4 ARM Cortex A53 and 4 ARM Cortex A57 CPU cores in there. Spec-wise, they're pretty much the same, so we have 32 gigs of flash storage and 3 gigs of RAM integrated in this device. There's a 3220 milliamp hour battery, so definitely should give you pretty decent runtime. That's again the same as on the Note 4. What else is there? We're definitely running Android 4.4. You can just pull that up for a second. Down here we have the Android version, and up there is the model number right there. On the bottom you get a standard fingerprint reader as on the other up-to-date Samsung devices, and there are the old capacitive touch buttons down here. We have a 3.7 megapixel camera up here that has a 90-degree viewing angle and an f-stop 1.9 up there on the camera. 2 sensors, distance and light, speaker right there, earpiece. On the side again, this access panel right there, or the quick bar, or whatever you want to call it. Metal frame, as you can see right here. Let's just turn that around so you can see it better. So it definitely has an aluminum frame like on the Galaxy Alpha, and they're painting it a bit so that isn't really, you can't really see that it's fully metal. It kind of looks like plastic, but let me assure you, it's definitely aluminum right there. We have a very nice feeling volume rocker right there. Up top we get the 3.5mm headset jack plus an infrared blaster and one of the 3 mics that are integrated right here. Power button right there. And on the back, I just turned on the flashlight, I guess. Let me just switch back here. Try and turn that off again. Where's my quick bar? Oh, that's the recording stuff. That's the light. And I'm going to just turn that off and still show you how that works. So we have 16 megapixel camera back here, including an optical image stabilization. So Samsung has definitely improved on that. There is the heart rate sensor integrated right here that now doubles also as a button for the camera. So if you want to do a selfie, you just activate that and you can shoot using tapping with your finger right there. LED flash, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What we are not supposed to miss right here is the new pen. They've also integrated with the Note 4, which now has 2048 pressure sensor sensitivity levels. You get a button right here which helps you do different stuff with the device. For example, you can now select stuff and have it work like a mouse pretty much. For example, let me just try and pull up a browser window right here. Let me see if the Wi-Fi works. Let me pull up Mobile Geeks. Mobile Geeks right there. Switch to mobilegeeks.germany. And when we go into this piece of text right here, what I can do now is basically just use it like a mouse, so I can select stuff very, very accurately right here, and I can just use the stylus to move my cursor to just where I want, so I don't have to use these tools right here. So that's definitely a very nice and sleek feature. There's a bunch of other features integrated with the software that we probably show you later on, so you can cut out stuff and use it with a clipboard feature. So definitely a nice improvement on the pen right here. There's also new handwriting features using a calligraphy pen, for example. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just quickly pull off the back right here. Where is the X's? Right there. So back, as you can see, still made from plastic, has this leathery look to it, doesn't really attract any fingerprints. There's a white version, a bronze version, bronze gold in this case. There's a pink model coming out and this black one. And let's take a quick peek in here. So there are some contacts for wireless charging. In this case, this cover doesn't really have wireless charging yet. We have a micro SD slot up there for 128 gigabytes of storage. Megabytes wouldn't be that much in 2014. We have a micro SIM slot right there. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And this is the 3220 milliamp hour battery. Down here, there's the speaker, so the speaker is not blasting out at the bottom or whatever, but it's still on the bottom left of the back of the device. Let me just quickly pull out a standard Note 4 so I can give you a quick comparison. Again, warning me about my unlocking the device. And let's just switch back here. And as you can see, they pretty much look both the same size screen, same specs pretty much. The only difference is, or actually there's a bit of a difference in screen size, but the diagonal is both 5.7 inches, so it seems like the panel on the Note Edge is a bit wider than on the standard Note right here. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. So size is a tiny bit different. Up here you can see there's like 2 millimeters maybe that is in the height difference. Thickness should be pretty much the same, weight is pretty much the same, and the other specs are also pretty much identical. Yeah, so I was rolling with Mobile Geeks, checking out the Galaxy Edge Note at IFA 2014, and if you like what we do on our channel, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and we will see you later. Goodbye.